Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with the next update for my Project Apocalips. This is going to be a whopper of an update for different reasons. I do have some different reasons why things are rolling out today, but it's still going to be a very exciting update. I have 10 products I'm working on in this project this year, where 5 of those are focuses. So I'm trying to get those 5 out obviously first, but I can use any of the shades whenever I feel like it, just to give me a little more variation this year. So I'm going to talk you through the 10 products, how many times we used all of them, show you the progress lines, all of that kind of good stuff. But before I jump into the first product, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's jump into the video. Since this is kind of like the halfway point of the year, I have decided, I mentioned this a couple of months ago, I've mentioned it over and over again, I think in updates, but I've thought about doing a bit of a refresh this update. So I have actually decided to veto one product, so one product only is going to roll out because of a veto, and I'm going to end up decluttering this product. And that is this lipstick right here. It probably comes as no shock to anyone because I have mentioned this every single update. And that is this lipstick right here, which comes from Chanel, and this is the shade Esthétique, which is this bright kind of pinky shade right there. Let me see if I can swatch this one on my other hand, because I'm going to go to a color story later. But obviously, since I'm decluttering this one, I'm not going to put it there. But you can see right there, it's a beautiful shade, but I just never reach for these type of shades anymore. And I still have a lot left of this product. And this has been in since the start of the year. And since the very start, I have only reached for this one twice, which is pretty poor. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to declutter it, because if I don't reach for it when it's in a project, when would I ever reach for it otherwise? And I do have other pink lipsticks too, if I do want a lip like that. So this one is going to be decluttered and leave my collection, and of course also leave this project. Let's move on to the second product, and that one is another bullet lipstick, and this one comes from L'Oreal. It is one of their Balmain collections in the shade Fever, which is a really stunning kind of burnt orange rosy shade that looks like this. So this is not one of my focuses, so I use this one every now and then whenever I feel like it. And in the past month I have reached for this one 4 times, and you can see this is how much I have left of it here. I don't think it has moved too much. Actually, I know, because I have already written down my progress lines, but it barely moved. I will show you the progress later, but it barely moved, and I didn't make a new mark, but it's just like slightly less, like maybe 0.5 millimeter. But yeah, I'm using it here and there, not too much. My most progress out of this was the first one, where I used 16 times. And then in the last kind of 4 months since that point, I have reached for this one 10 times. So still getting used here and there, but not as much as I did in the initial month. However, I do think this one is going to get some more use now when the summer is here and also moving into autumn. So I'm not too worried about it. I do think I'm going to make this a focus later on in the year, again, when we are kind of into those like August, September, October months, and hopefully get it out then. So that is the next product. The third product we are going to talk about is actually my first focus lipstick. And this is one that I haven't reached for as much as I would want to, especially considering it is a focus. However, I do have 6 uses on it. I haven't even said what this is. This is the Retro Matte lipstick from MAC in the shade Relentlessly Red, which looks like this. It is actually the lipstick that I'm wearing on my lips today, and that is also a swatch of it, so you can see it right there. But this is how much I have left of it, so not too much. I definitely think I could get this one out this year. But again, only 6 uses on it in the past month. It's still decent, especially because it is such a bright lip. But I, again, wish I would have used it a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and show you the progress lines because I have the tiniest movement. So I'm going to show you that, and also show you the other progress lines, because with the last 2 products that I talked about, I haven't made new marks. But I'm going to go ahead and show you anyway what they are, just so you can get an overview of the lipsticks. So here you have the paper. This lipstick here has already been finished earlier in the year. There we have that Esthétique lipstick, which is this one here that I vetoed. So this one is going to go out. I'm going to do a little exit there at the bottom of the filming. And then here is the Fever lipstick. Haven't moved, but that is how much progress I have overall. And here we have a MAC Relentlessly Red. And as you can see, I have the tiniest bit of movement. I didn't want to make a new mark, but yeah, it doesn't move too much, but at least it does have some movement. Also, just judging from the progress lines for that product, I think I'm about a third of the way through. And so far, let me just calculate how many uses I have. I have 23 uses on it in total, which means that I would have to use it probably another 50 times to get it out. So that's definitely doable. It might take a long time to do, but I'm going to try to up my usage now when we are finally in summer. It has finally hit the UK. I'm in a t-shirt now. It's nice. Next week is going to be unbearably hot. I mean, not unbearably. I'd rather have that heat than the kind of cold, damp summer that we had earlier. But it's going to be like 27 degrees in London next week, which is going to be very warm. But I think I'm going to rock a lip like this then even more. So I'm going to try to take advantage of the warm weather and rock more bold lips and hopefully have more use on Relentlessly Red for next updates. The next lipstick we're going to talk about is another bullet lipstick, and that one comes from Colourpop. This is one of their Matte X lipsticks in the shade Upside Down. I unfortunately can't roll this one up right now because it has broken a little bit at the tip. The base still goes up and down, but the tip kind of is broken off. So until I've used up that bit, I'm not going to be able to roll it up, and I need to be very careful whenever I mark this, but I'm not going to roll it up on camera. However, I am going to show you the swatch, and that is it right there. So it's like a light peachy kind of shade. Yeah, I really like this shade, and it's a beautiful one for summer. I mainly use this one as a mixer, and I have also previously used this one as a cream blush, which I really, really do enjoy. I've been really bad at using my lipsticks as cream blushes in the past month. So I'm going to try to do that even more now in the month of July, because it's a really good way to get use out of these products, and I get through them much, much faster as well. And this is one of the ones that I really love. In the past month, I've only reached for this lipstick 3 times, which is fine by me. It's, again, not a focus, so I'm not too worried about it. And it's definitely one that I'm going to continue using. Again, it works great as a mixer. I can use it as a cream blush. And due to the undertone of this lipstick, is another one that I'm going to try to focus on even more now in summer. And hopefully I can have some good progress on it by next month. And again, here is the progress lines for that lipstick. So you can see, again, it has a tiny bit of movement. I wouldn't expect much more than that after 3 uses anyway. But that is how much it has moved overall as well in the project. And yeah, that is compared to every other lipstick. But since the bullet is like way skinnier, I'm not like it's moves more for every use, but it's also clearly much higher on the paper too. But anyway, that is where this one is today. The next product is probably the biggest fail for me in the past month, and that is my Smashbox tabloid lipstick. This is actually another one of my focuses. However, I have really, really, really been neglecting this lipstick in the past month, because I only used it once. Once is not good enough, especially for a focus lipstick, so I'm a little bit disappointed in myself. I'm sorry, I'm just doing a swatch quickly. And yeah, there you have the swatch of that one. It's a really nice kind of formula, but I don't reach for this kind of shade very often. But I was really hoping to get some more use out of this one. Yeah, I should have used it as a cream blush. I should have used it even just being at home. The good thing is I am gonna work from home until September, basically, beginning of September, which means that I can reach for like these kind of shades more at home, because this formula is very, very moisturizing, and I can almost use it as like my, obviously lipstick as well, but I can use it almost as like a lip balm or moisturizer too. And even if it doesn't go 100% with the look, it's fine. I'm used at home, and I'm not gonna like waste products just like applying it whenever. But it is a good way to pair these more bolder lipsticks, because sometimes when I go to the office, I don't feel comfortable having more eyeshadows and a bold lip on. But whereas if I'm home or like just taking the dog out, I'm not too bothered about like having a bold lip and a bold eye, if that makes sense. So hopefully I can get more use out of this one. And again, I'm going to make a mental note to use this one as a cream blush, because I do like it that way, and hopefully get some more use on this lipstick. It is a focus, so I should definitely do that. And it's not too much left in here either. If I do step up my usage game, I might be able to have this one out in 2 months' time. That would be the goal, but we're just going to have to see how it goes in the next coming months. And with that one, I clearly don't have any progress because I only used it once. I'm not going to show you the paper quite yet. Moving on, we have another focus lipstick, and this one I'm really, really happy about because I have actually finished it. That is the Boy lipstick from Chanel. It is actually all the way wind up. I have tried to like dig in a little bit to get as much as I could. Obviously, I could keep digging in here, but yeah, it's completely empty. I might actually decant this one, but I'm going to take it out of this project. This is the Rouge Coco Shine lipstick from Chanel again in the shade Boy, which is a beautiful nude shade. Maybe see if I can get a swatch on my other hand again. It's really hard to get a good swatch now because the product just scrapes with the packaging, but you can kind of see it right there. And that is this color. It has been a lovely product to use on like every day in the office. Just a throw on. It's quite moisturizing. It goes with every single look. So I did really enjoy wearing it that way. In the past month, I have a lot of uses on this one. I used it 28 times, and that's also how I finished it. And since rolling this one in to the project, it's been for 3 months now, by the way, it took me 67 uses to finish it, which I'm pretty happy with. Let me go ahead and show you the progress lines of this product too, so you can see how much it has moved over the 3 months. So here you have that product. It started up here, and then that was the first month, second month, and third month. And as you can see, it has moved quite a bit in the month of June. Sorry, I forgot what month we were in. But in the month of June, it has moved quite a lot, especially considering I had 28 uses here, and I think in between here I also had like around 28 uses, 29 maybe. So it's moved quite a lot in that time. But I think the reason why it has done that is because the product is slanted. So let me show you. So if you look at this product, the bullet is slanted, and I did measure from like the bottom, but then obviously like the top of the product is where I measured up there. So that like difference there, it's kind of like free usage. So I think that's also why it looks like it moved a lot, but it also kind of depends on the bullet and like the packaging shape, I guess. But yeah, this one is gone. I really did enjoy it. It was a really easy product, and I'm actually a bit sad that it's gone, but I'm also happy to have another product out of this project and out of my collection, because God only knows I have too many lip products, so it's good that I'm one down. But yeah, I will obviously replace this one as well at the end of the video, and we do have another empty and roll out. Okay, so we're on a roll because the next product is also empty. So this one is a lip gloss that I've been working on for also 3 months. This is from Pat McGrath, and it is the mini lip gloss in the shade Naked Rose. It's one of the mini upper lusts. And this one is completely empty. I've taken out the stopper and I used up as much as I could. Hopefully you can see that there. And looking at the progress lines, it was completely full when I rolled it in. First month, second month, and now third month done. I don't know if I can get a swatch again because the wand is pretty dry. But yeah, you can see a little bit of a swatch there. It's not too much, but that is the color right there. So again, this one has been in for 3 months now, and during those 3 months, I used this product 45 times to use it up, which is pretty on par because I have finished a couple of those mini Pat McGrath glosses before, and usually has taken me around 50 uses. This one was slightly less, but I think maybe I had some more use on it before. I don't know. Maybe I used to use a bit more each time, but 5 uses difference is not too much. So 45 uses to finish that one up. And we do have another empty that's going to be replaced at the end. And I did also forget, by the way, to say, but that was another focus for the month. So we're going to have to replace that with a new focus product at the end when I've replaced all the products. And we do have a new color story to work on. We are moving back to the bullet lipsticks. And the next one is this one right here, which comes from NARS. This is one of their audacious lipsticks in the shade Raquel, which is a beautiful nude. It's right there. So this one has been in for 2 months now. And in the first month it was in the project, I used this one 15 times, which was really, really good. And in the past month, I reached for it 9. The weird thing again with this product though is that even though I've used it 9 times, it really hasn't moved too much. I think it's because of the shape. If you can look at the bullet right here, you can see it almost has a curve like this. So I can feel like I've used it up more on this end than I did on this end. So the top of the bullet is still the same. And I think that's why I can't mark it. So because of that, yeah, I couldn't mark it. I couldn't make a new, well, it moved a tiny bit, but I feel like if I made a new mark, the lines are just going to smudge together. So I decided to leave it for this time, and I'm going to mark it next round instead. I'm going to show you the paper as well soon, just to kind of show you the overview. But yeah, I haven't made a new mark on it yet. So 9 uses in the past month is okay. It's not my best month, but I do again foresee myself reaching for this one much more now, especially because that Chanel lipstick is done, and I do have like a kind of nude everyday shade out. This is definitely going to become a new kind of nude everyday shade. So I'm foreseeing this one to get much more use moving forward. And I might even put this one as my next focus. But again, I'm going to talk about all of that in the end of the video. Okay, so we have 2 more products to go. And the next one is divided into 2 areas. Because if you haven't watched last month, this bullet kind of melted and I depotted some of it to make this more stable. And yeah, I talked about all of that more in detail last month, so you can check that out if you want to know more what happened with this. But I do have 2 containers of this product now. And that is the MAC Cream Sheen Lipstick in the shade Pink Pearl Pop. And this one, it's another focus, by the way. It's my last focus lip product. And in the first month, it was in the product. I used this one 23 times. Again, it's been in for 2 months now. And in the past month, I reached for it 11 times. Most of the time I reach for this one, I reach for it as a cream blush, and I've been using this container right here. You can see that it's going down. I'm just dipping my brush in here and using it as a cream blush whenever I feel like using this one that way. For the bullet, I don't even know if I used this one. I think maybe I reached for it like once or twice. So I haven't even made a new mark for this one because it hasn't moved too much. I've been trying to get rid of the kind of packaging here first, just to get it out. Yeah, I do really like this product. It's nice, especially as a cream blush. It's like not too deep, so it works really nice. So it's on this side. And that is the swatch of it. So yeah, it's a nice product, and I'm hoping to get some good use on it next month. I do think it's going to stay in for a couple more months. Maybe I can get this one done in 2 months' time, and then we're just going to have to worry about the lipstick. Maybe I can try to finish that up in the same time as like on my lips kind of product, and then have this as my cream blush. We're just going to have to see, but I'm going to keep working on it. Again, it is a focus, so hopefully I can get it out relatively soon. So we do have one last product to talk about, and that is my Soap & Glory Sexy Mother Pucker Gloss Stick in Fuchsia Lipstick. So this product, I have some really sad news. I've lost it. I got to work on it for 2 days. I used it in the office. I loved it. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe this formula is discontinued. I really love it. I wish I could get this again in a different color because I really love this formula. And then I brought it, like I had it one full day, and then I commuted into the office, and I was sitting there and I was like, oh, it's time to reapply my lipstick, and I just could not find it. I don't know, I probably lost it on my commute, so on the train or the tube in to work. I think that's what happened, but I haven't been able to find it. It's not in my bags, it's not at home, and obviously like I did bring it into work that day, because I remember applying my lipstick in the lift down, so I did apply it on the way in. So I know I had it with me, but it's gone now, and I've been looking for it. That again was very early in the month, 2 days in, kind of since my last update. And I just can't find it. And it's sad as well because I was looking and I used it 7 times. I tracked those 7 uses, and I looked already after like maybe 5, and I had some good progress on this product. They had already moved after 5 uses, and I was like so excited because I was thinking like this is going to be an easy product to get out. I'm probably going to get it out in like 2 months time. Happy, quick empty, but it's now gone. So unfortunately, it's another one that I'm going to have to replace. I can't obviously swatch that one out because I don't have it anymore. But again, I'm going to replace it. But that means that because I have 3 empties right here, plus the one that I lost, that means I'm going to replace 4 products, which is a lot because, again, since I have 10 products in this project, I'm going to do almost like a half refresh, which I'm super excited about. So let me introduce you to the new products rolling in. So I've gone ahead and swatched out my full new color story. You can get a little peek right there, a little sneak peek. So let me talk you through what I'm rolling in. We're going to start with this lipstick right here, which actually comes from Charlotte Tilbury. So that is this product right here, which is actually one of their discontinued formulas. I think this one was called like Diamond Kiss or something. I can't remember, but it's like one of their more sparkly lip products. It looks like this in the bullet. I don't know if you can see it, but it has like some sparkles in it. And this one is almost brand new. You can see I've used a tiny bit of it, but it's almost brand new. I'm going to roll it up. This is how much I have left of it. But it's this one that I want to work on and get out. It's not my favorite color. I got this one in a TJ Maxx. I also don't know how old it is. And I think it's going to be a nice everyday nude kind of shade. So this is the one I'm rolling in, and I'm going to show you the markings as well. Yeah, let me go ahead and show you the markings. So I'm going to go ahead and show you everything now because I have talked about everything. But this is where everything so far stands, and that is where the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick is. And I'm rolling that one in, which I think is going to be a super nice color to wear. It's going to be nice in summer too. It gives that like really, I don't know, like a sparkly bronzy look to the lips, which I think is going to work nice for the season. So this is the first product that I'm rolling in out of the 4. Then right below that we have this lipstick right here, which is more of a corally peachy kind of tone. And that is a lipstick from YSL. This one is their Rouge Pure Couture in the shade 17. Which is a really stunning, again, kind of coral shade. It looks like this. As you can see, I have quite a lot left of this one, but I think it's going to be a beautiful shade to work on in summer. And it also is nice because it's kind of funny because all my nudes are on this side and all my more kind of colorful shades are on this side. But as you can see, it's more of a kind of peachy undertone, whereas a lot of the other shades I have is more kind of pinkier undertones. So I think it's going to be nice to work on, and it's going to give some variety. And I think, again, it's going to be perfect for summer. So I'm rolling this one in next. And over here is the progress line for that one. As you can see, it's relatively full as of now. Since I have finished up that gloss from Pat McGrath, I did want to go ahead and roll in another gloss, and I have decided to switch it up to one of my Fenty glosses. This is one of her gloss bombs, of course, in the shade Hot Chocolate Fantasy, which is one of her minis. This is probably my least favorite out of the ones I have, which is why I want to finish it. And as of now, it's pretty much full. Maybe I've used like a tiny bit. I'm not going to mark it right now though, because it's not quite settled, but I don't think it has enough movement to mark. But hopefully it's going to settle while I'm working through it and I can get through it. I'm going to see, this one has 5.5 mils. Let me see if I can get how much this one has. I was trying to figure out how much, like how many grams or milliliters are in this product, but I can't find it. So, because I wanted to see how much longer this one is going to take, but I haven't finished one of these mini gloss bombs before, so it's going to be quite interesting to see how long it takes. But I'm excited to work on it, and again, I think it's going to be a beautiful one for summer. It's quite similar actually to the Strawberry Tilbury lipstick, but yeah, I think they're going to be both work nicely. And I think they're both going to be nice for summer, leaning into autumn. So that is the second last product that I'm going to roll in. Then we have the very final product that I'm going to roll in, which is another bullet lipsticks. And this one, if you recognize the bullet, is quite fancy. This is from Tom Ford, and it's one of their more sheer lipstick, what is it called? Lip Color Sheer, in the shade Incable. I think that's how you say it. Really hard. I don't actually know what that means. If you know, let me know down below. But that is what this color is, and it's again quite full, but I've had this one in my collection for a long time and I want to finish it before it goes bad. This is how much I have left of it. It is more of a sheer color, but it does still pack a good punch. This is the color right there. It's a beautiful formula and I'm excited to reach for it. You might be thinking like, why would I roll this one in when I had this bright lipstick that I never reached for? But I think because of the more sheer nature of this lipstick, it's something about it that's just appealing. And I do think if I don't end up using it, I'm going to allow myself to veto it, same as I did for this lipstick. I'm not going to wait until like the end of the year to declutter it. I'm going to see how it goes. It's going to be a bit of a trial thing, but this one seems perfect for summer for me, which is why I'm rolling it in right now. But yeah, quite full again, and that is where I'm starting with this lipstick. And of course, I'm also going to go ahead and show you the starting point. That is it right there. It's quite on par with the YSL lipstick. And as you can see, this is all of my progress now for all of the different lipsticks that I've been working on and that I also have finished. So the only thing remaining to do is to talk about my focuses. The focuses that are rolling over are these three right here. We have my MAC Relentlessly Red, which is the one I'm wearing, and it's that swatch right there. We have Smashbox Tabloid, which is right below it, so that shade right there. And then we also have MAC Pink Pearl Pop, which is again below it. So these three right here are my kind of focuses that's remaining. And we're going to talk about which out of the other lipsticks that I'm rolling in for my new focus. So from the products that I've already been working on, I'm going to roll in Raquel from NARS as another focus, just to do kind of as my new kind of everyday nude shade. I think that's going to be good. And then just to give it a fair chance, I have actually decided to put in my Tom Ford lipstick as my focus, just to see if I work on it in the next month. It's going to be a bit of a trial kind of thing, but I'm going to roll this one in for my next focus. And that again is the very bottom swatch right there. That is going to be my very final focus for the next month. So there you have it, you guys. That was my update for my Project Apocalypse. A bit of a longer one today, a bit of a refresh, a lot of changes, but I'm very excited. I'm excited for the new color story. I think we finally have a really good mix of obviously colorful shades and neutrals. It's just funny how they end up swatching so like evenly, but I do have them listed like this in my spreadsheet, so it's just kind of how it's all happened. But anyway, so I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a really good mix of products. I think I'm going to get some good use out of it. And I'm not too overwhelmed with just working on bright lips, because sometimes when I do that, I feel like I move slower because I don't always want to wear a bright lip every single day, especially if I go brighter on the eyes in real life. So due to that, I'm really happy that I now also have some nude options to play around with. But I'm going to wrap up the video here. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I hope you're having an amazing day wherever you are, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye, guys.